We are back to metals and non-metals. Last time we discussed about electric conductivity. Now conductivity of heat we are discussing. Okay. Today our activity is conductivity of heat. For this we have to do an experiment for conductivity of heat. What is that means? In this we have to take iron nails, iron stand, iron rod, wax, candle. These are the things required for us to do this one. Iron nail, iron stand, iron rod, then wax and candle we have to take to do this experiment. What we have to do means here take an iron stand. To this iron stand a rod is connected. To this iron stand a rod is connected. Now we have to heat the wax. What will happen? We have to heat the candle, we say. What will happen when we heat the candle? The candle will melt into wax. Now that hot wax you pour on this rod. That wax we have to pour on this rod. Now when before the wax melts, means when it cools, what will happen? It again becomes into solid substance. When it is in the liquid form only, you try to connect the nails here. You try to connect the nails here. Now all the nails are connected to this iron rod. Now see here, take an iron stand. Okay, take one iron rod. Now what you have to do here means we have to melt the wax. We have to melt the wax and pour on this rod. When it is in the liquid form itself, you try to stick the iron nails to this one. When it cools, what will happen means these iron nails will stick to this rod. After here it is completed. Now take one spirit lamp. Okay, take one spirit lamp and try to lit this spirit lamp and put near to the end of this iron rod. Now lit the spirit lamp and put near to the end of this iron rod. What will happen? After some time, when we are producing heat to the rod, what will happen when we are, I took an iron spoke and put near the fire. After some time, what will happen? It will absorb the heat. Slowly it comes to the, then where I am holding up to there also it will come, no? And I have to leave that one because the iron spoke will become red hot. So here also, when this fire touches this iron rod, when the heat is produced, what is present on this iron rod? Wax is present. This wax slowly it will melt. What will happen to the wax? The wax slowly it will melt. When the wax melts, you can see that the iron nails one by one it will come and fall down. The iron nails will come and fall down. This is called as conductivity of heat. What we have to do here for conductivity of heat? What are the things required? Iron nail, iron stand, then iron rod, wax and candle we have to take. Now on this iron rod, what we have to do? We have to melt the candle into liquid form and pour on this iron rod. Before it gets into solid form, you have to stick the iron nails to that particular one. When we stick the iron nails to that one, what will happen when it cools down? The iron nails will stick to this iron rod. Now take one more spirit lamp and put to the edge of this iron rod. You can find that it starts producing heat. Then because of this heat, The wax which is present on the iron rod will start melting and changes into liquid form. When it is changing into liquid form, will the iron nail stick to that one? No, slowly one by one they will fall down. This is called as conductivity of heat. So total what we are having the properties, physical properties. First one is luxurious. Okay. Second one is sonority. Third one is malleability. Fourth one is ductility. Then fifth one is electric conductivity. And sixth one is conductivity of heat. Conductivity of heat. These are the physical properties of metals. These are the physical properties of metals. Now, what are the differences between metals and non-metals? What are the differences between metals and non-metals? In physical properties, we are talking. Metals, non-metals. So the differences between metals and non-metals in physical properties. First one is it is luxurious, it is non-luxurious. Okay. Second one, this is metals are sonorous. Non-metals do not produce sound. Metals can flatten the substances. Means malleability is there. Here, non-metals they do not flatten. Here metals, they can be converted into wires. Means ductility. Here do not convert into wires. Here they conduct heat and electricity. They do not conduct heat and electricity. They do not conduct heat and electricity. Examples of metals are iron, zinc, copper, aluminium. Here example are sulfur, carbon, iodine. Write the differences between metals and non-metals of their physical properties. Write the differences between metals and non-metals of their physical properties when we are coming. Metals are luxurious, non-metals are not luxurious. Metals are sonorous, means they produce a sound, but non-metals do not produce a sound. Then metals can be flattened into sheets, but means they are having the malleability property. When you are coming to non-metals, they do not have a malleability property. When we are coming to metals, they conduct what is the ductility is there, means they can convert into wires, but when we are coming to non-metals, they cannot be converted into wires. Next one, conduct heat and electricity. These metals can conduct heat and electricity, but non-metals do not conduct heat and electricity. Examples of metals are iron, zinc, copper, aluminium, etc. Then coming to non-metals are sulfur, carbon, iodine, etc. Did you follow? What are metals and non-metals? What are the physical properties of metals and non-metals? Next one is next one is about how in these metals how the aluminium is useful for us. How the aluminium is useful for us. Aluminium foils are used in biscuit packets, and in toffees. You can see that when we are buying chocolates and when we are buying biscuit packets, you can see a silver color foil will be present inside. That is made to use. That is made by aluminium. So aluminium is used to make biscuit packet toffees and biscuit packets and toffees inside in the covers. Or Horlicks, when we are buying Horlicks, Boost, everything we can see. No, the silver that is made with this aluminium. And aluminium and copper. When aluminium is mixed with the copper, we can see that it is used to make coins and currency. It is used to make coins and currency. Aluminium is used in all the food items packing section. We will use aluminium foils. Aluminium and copper, when they are mixed, we are using to make coins and currencies. Next, aluminium is used for making bikes, satellites, automobiles. Then cooking utensils. For this purpose also we are using the aluminium. Aluminium and copper coin. Aluminium is used in automobiles for making bikes, for satellites, for aeroplanes. Okay. Then cooking utensils, etc. We are using these aluminium. And next. In this way, not only for this, many other purposes also. In worldwide, aluminium is used. It is very important and it is used for many purposes. We are using aluminium. Next one, malleability. What we are doing? We are taking the metals. Malleability means what? Making into big sheets, I told. So here you can see that each and every metal we are making into sheets, and we are using for making bikes. Next we are using for making aeroplane, this outer parts we are using, for making boxes we are using, for making containers we are using. Like this, not only aluminium, the different metals also we are using. We are making them into sheets and using for different purposes. When you are taking this, what are the examples for aluminium? Did you understand? With this, your physical properties are completed. He may ask, if he asks he asks here for 2 marks, what are the physical properties of metals? Means you will write luxurious, sonority, malleability, ductility, then electric conductivity of heat and light you will write. Then if he is asking for 4 marks question, then each and everything you have to explain. What are the physical properties of metals? Means lustrous. What is meant by lustrous? Shining. Which objects will, which metals will shine? Means even mercury and magnesium also will come in shining. But when we are taking mercury and when we are taking what is that? What did I say? Mercury and the next one is magnesium. They are come under metals, but only they will have only lustrous property. Means only shiny will be there. Sonority, variability, ductility, these all will not work under this property. Did you understand? Then you will explain about sonority. They produce sound. Then next, the third one is the malleability, ductility, like this. Each and everything you will explain and give example. If he asked for 4 marks, if 2 marks means only the properties you will tell. If it is for 4 marks, you will explain each and everything and give examples for it. Then what are the differences between metals and non-metals? In regarding physical properties, not chemical properties, in regarding physical properties, if he is asking, then you will mention about what is that? These are the all the metals are having these 5 properties, but all the non-metals will not have. What are the examples? Means sulfur, iodine, and carbon. And about the sulfur also, some examples for what purpose we are using sulfur, what purpose we are using carbon, what purpose we are using iodine. I will explain for you that one. And the next one is what are the uses of aluminium? Means immediately you will tell they are used to in food materials. We are using aluminium, and aluminium is mixed with copper to make currencies and coins. We are using next for bikes, satellites, automobiles, cooking utensils, aeroplanes, etc. And not only this, for many other purposes also we are using aluminium. Aluminium is used widely for all these things we discussed here. These are the physical properties of metals. Tomorrow we are going with the chemical properties of metals, and is our body a metal or non-metal? Is our body a metal or non-metal? And what are the uses of sulfur, carbon, iodine? These all things we will continue tomorrow. Thank you.